Good morning, second graders. Happy Thursday. I apologize, this is coming a little bit late this morning. I was almost finished recording my video and Lola started barking like crazy, so I'm starting over. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I wanted to let you know that it was so good to see all your faces yesterday and connect virtually. It's been a while since we've all been together, so it was really, really nice to see everyone and check in and see how people are doing. I'm looking forward to doing those virtual recesses once a week, probably same time on Wednesdays. So today in math, we're going to be working on lesson 12-7, which is our problem solving lesson. It's our last lesson in the chapter. So good job, you guys. You got through one whole chapter at home. 7 lessons in topic 12. This is our last lesson. Awesome. You guys have been doing a really, really good job. I am very pleased to see your results on your digital quick checks, and I'm very excited that you're just progressing very nicely. So today what we're going to be doing is learning how to use clues about attributes to solve riddles about plane shapes and solid figures. So that's a lot of big words. Let's break it down a little bit. Plane shapes. What are plane shapes? Let's think about that. Plane shapes are our two-dimensional figures, okay? Two-dimensional shapes, like a square, a triangle. Two-dimensional means they're flat, right? Solid figures are our three-dimensional shapes, like a pyramid or a, excuse me, sphere. Are solid figures, something you could hold in your hand. Solid, three-dimensional, okay? And attributes are just the qualities of shapes. So like vertices and edges and faces, all those vocabulary words you guys have been working on this week. So we're going to use clues about different attributes, different qualities, excuse me, and solve riddles. All right, so let's get started with our video.
Read and understand. Which shape am I? I have fewer than 6 sides. I have more than 3 sides. All my sides are the same length. Let's think about it. What do you need to find out? You need to identify the shape that is described by the clues in the problem. Plan. How can you use the clues to solve the problem? One way is to look at each clue and decide which shapes it describes. You will cross out the shapes that do not match the clues. How will you know which shape is the mystery shape? The shape that is not crossed out is the mystery shape. Solve. What is the first clue? The first clue is the shape has fewer than 6 sides. Which shapes does the first clue describe?
Okay, so basically what that question is asking us, which shapes do not have fewer than 6 sides, okay? So we can cross out any shapes that don't fit that clue. So let's look here at all the shapes. We see we have a rectangle, a triangle, a square, and what's this guy called? 6 sides is a hexagon. Okay, so we want to figure out which shapes have fewer than 6 sides and which do not. We're going to cross out the shapes that do not have fewer than 6 sides. So a rectangle has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Should we cross that out? Nope. That has fewer than 6 sides. Triangle, 1, 2, 3 sides. Should we cross it out? No, that's fewer than 6 sides. And a square, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to cross that out. That has fewer than 6 sides. Let's look at our hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. Our clue said our shape has fewer than 6 sides. Less than. This shape has exactly 6 sides. Should we cross this shape off? Yes, it does not have fewer than 6 sides. It has exactly 6 sides.
The first clue describes the rectangle, triangle, and square. What shape can you cross out?
We decided we can cross out the hexagon. The hexagon has 6 sides.
You can cross out the hexagon. What is the second clue? The second clue is the shape has more than 3 sides. What shape can you cross out now?
All right, so our second clue. The shape has more than 3 sides. Let's see what we can cross off. Rectangle has 4 sides. Is 4 sides more than 3 sides? Yes, so we cannot cross that off. Square. Square also has 4 sides. Is 4 sides more than 3 sides? Yes, that matches the clue, so we cannot cross the square off. Triangle, 3 sides. 3 sides is not more than 3 sides. It is exactly 3 sides. So we can cross off our triangle. A triangle does not match that clue. It does not have more than 3 sides.
You can cross out the triangle. Why can you cross out the triangle?
Why can we cross out the triangle? Because the triangle has 3 sides. Our clue said that the shape, our mystery shape, has to have more than 3 sides.
You can cross out the triangle because it has exactly 3 sides. What shapes are left? The rectangle and square are left. What is the third clue? The third clue is all the sides are the same length. Does the rectangle have sides that are all the same length?
Let's look at this rectangle. Do rectangles have sides that are all the same length? No. Rectangles have sides that are equal on 2 of the sides and the other 2 sides. Notice that 2 sides in a rectangle are longer than the other 2 sides. Those sides are not all the same length.
No, so you can cross it out. What is the mystery shape?
Our mystery shape must be a square. A square fits all the clues. Think back to the 3 clues they gave you. Fewer than 6 sides, yep, has 4. More than 3 sides, yep, has 4. And all the sides are the same length. Yes, that's what makes a square a square. All the sides are the same length.
The square is the mystery shape. Look back and check. You can check your answers by reading the clues again to see if they match the shape. The square has fewer than 6 sides and more than 3 sides. All of its sides are the same length. The clues describe the square. Does the square work with all the clues?
Does the square match all 3 clues? Yes, it's always a good idea to go back and reread the clues and double check to make sure that the shape that you've picked matches all the clues.
Yes, the square works with all the clues. Now you know how to use reasoning to solve a problem.
All right. Today, instead of doing the reteaching worksheet, we're actually going to do the practice worksheet together because the reteaching only had 1 problem that we could do, and the practice has quite a few. So we're going to do this one instead. All right? We are going to cross out shapes that do not match the clues, okay? Just like we practiced in the video. And then we'll circle the shape that answers the question. We'll circle the mystery shape, All right, they've done number 1 for us. Let's look at this. Which shape am I? I have 3 sides and 3 vertices. The lengths of my sides are equal. Okay, so we know what sides are. Vertices. Vertices are the corners in a shape, okay? So let's look at all of these shapes that they've put here. We have a circle, a rectangle, and a triangle. The first clue says I have 3 sides and 3 vertices. Well, automatically we can cross off the circle because the circle has no sides and it has no vertices. Let's look at the rectangle. A rectangle doesn't have 3 sides. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. And it doesn't have 3 vertices or corners. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. So that does not match the first clue. We can cross that off as well. Finally, the lengths of my sides are equal. All right, a triangle has equal sides, and it has 3 of them and 3 vertices or corners. The triangle must be the mystery shape because it matches all the clues. Got it? All right, let's look at number 2. Which shape am I? I have more than 5 sides. The lengths of my sides are equal. All right, let's look at all of these shapes. I have more than 5 sides. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. This first clue does not match. 4 sides is not more than 5 sides. Let's cross this guy out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is 6 sides more than 5 sides? Yes, 6 is more than 5. So I cannot cross this shape out. Let's look at the last shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 4 more than 5? No, that does not match the first clue. So without even looking at the second clue, we already have our mystery shape. Let's read it just to make sure. The lengths of my sides are equal. In this hexagon, all sides are the exact same length. They are equal. Equal means the same. So we can say that this must be the mystery shape. 6 sides is more than 5, and all of the sides are equal. I'm going to circle this as my mystery shape. All right? Those are plane shapes. Let's look at the solid figures. Which shape am I? I have 5 flat surfaces. You can trace my flat surfaces to make a triangle and a rectangle. Okay. I have 5 flat surfaces. The flat surfaces are the faces of the shape, okay? So although we can't see them, we can imagine what's on the other sides of these shapes, okay? So let's look here. Let's count the flat surfaces. 1 on top, 1 on bottom, that's 2. 1 on this side, 1 on the back of that, that's another 2. 1 over here in the front, 1 over here in the back, that's another 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. 6 flat surfaces. My mystery shape has 5 flat surfaces. This does not match the clue. All right, let's look here. 5 flat surfaces. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. That's 2. 1 on this side, 1 on the other side. That's another 2. And 1 on the bottom. That is 5. Okay, that matches the first clue. 5 flat surfaces. So I cannot cross that shape off. Let's look here. This cube. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. That's 2. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. That's another 2. 1 over here and 1 on the other side of that. That's another 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. Clue number 1, I have 5 flat surfaces. This cube has 6. Cross it off. Now let's look at the last clue and make sure that this matches the second clue. You can trace my flat surfaces to make a triangle and a rectangle. All right, if I put this shape on a piece of paper and traced it, and I laid it down on this side, on this face, would I be able to draw a triangle? Yes. What if I sat it upright on the piece of paper, just as it looks right here, and I traced the bottom flat surface? Would I make a rectangle? Yes. This shape matches all clues. There are 5 flat surfaces, and there are flat surfaces that when traced can make a triangle and a rectangle. All right, let's look at number 4. I have no vertices, that means corners, or edges. I have 2 flat surfaces, which shows my shape. All right, first clue, I have no vertices or edges. Sphere. Does a sphere have any vertices or edges? No. So that does match the first clue. I can't cross that off. Second, cone. I have no vertices or edges. Can I cross that off? Yes, I can. A cone has a vertice at the top, a vertex, I should say, because it's just one. At the top, there's a corner there. There's a point. So I cannot use the cone as my mystery shape because it does have a vertex at the top. Okay, let's look down at the cylinder. I have no vertices or edges. All right. Does a cylinder have any corners? Any corners or vertices? No. No corners, no vertices. And does it have any edges? Anything you could draw a straight line on a piece of paper? No. No edges on a cylinder. So that does match the first clue. All right? And last shape, pyramid. Does a pyramid have any vertices or edges? Yes. It has 8 edges and 5 vertices, 5 corners, and 8 edges right here. These are edges. So that does not match the first clue. So I can cross off 2 shapes so far. Now let's go to my second clue. I have 2 flat surfaces. Let's go back to the sphere. Does a sphere have any flat surfaces? No, it's completely round. A sphere does not have any flat surfaces. So I can cross the sphere off. Let's look at C, the cylinder, like a soup can. Does the cylinder have any flat surfaces? Yes, it has 2. One on the top, one on the bottom. The top and bottom of a sphere are completely flat. So I can say that C must be the correct answer. The sphere is the mystery shape. It fits all the clues. There are no vertices, no corners, and no edges on a sphere, and there are 2 flat surfaces, one on the top, one on the bottom. So C is the correct answer. And number 5. I have 4 sides. The length of my sides are not equal, which shows my shape. All right, we're back to plane shapes. Remember, plane shapes are 2-dimensional, flat shapes. All right, I have 4 sides. Let's count the sides here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that matches clue number 1. Let's count the sides here. 1, 2, 3. Does not match the first clue. Cross it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. That matches the first clue. Cannot cross it off. Let's look at here. No sides at all. Totally round. Cross it off. Second. All right, let's look at the last clue. The lengths of my sides are not equal, which shows my shape. Okay, let's look at this quadrilateral. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides, but are the sides' lengths equal? Is this length the same as this length? No, the bottom side, that length is longer than the top side. The top side is shorter than the bottom side. So that matches the clue. Just to make sure, let's look down here at the square. For the second clue, the lengths of my sides are not equal. A square does not work for that because squares have 4 equal sides. So although the square has 4 sides, the first clue, the second clue does not match. The lengths of my sides are not equal. A square does have equal, a square does have equal lengths of its sides. So we can circle A. A is our correct shape. All right. I hope that this was helpful using clues to solve riddles about shapes. Please let me know if you need any extra help. And also, I encourage you to log on to IXL. Ask your parents how to log on. I've sent them an email with directions on how to log on and practice some skills with geometry. It's fun and helpful, and there's lots to do on there. So I encourage that. Prodigy as well. There's some fun, interactive questions and things like that on Prodigy with geometry, our geometry unit. So happy learning. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.